Hi there, I'm Caitlin Coolidge, and today I'm going to show you how to make tempeh cranberry coleslaw sandwiches. Now the tempeh is going to be used in place of turkey, and if you want to learn more about the history and the evolution of tempeh, take a look at the story that's attached to this video. But without further ado, let's get started.
So there are quite a few tempeh brands out there, but I found that Light Life tempeh to be available in most grocery stores. And I just use the original kind with no added seasonings. So go ahead and cut up the tempeh block into strips, and you can make them as thin or as thick as you want. I found that thinner slices absorb the marinade faster. So for my marinade, I used reduced sodium soy sauce, organic maple syrup, Flavor God's vegan bacon seasoning, and some smoked paprika. And add as much of each ingredient as you like. Start with small amounts and taste the mixture to determine your final marinade flavor. So make sure each slice is completely immersed in the marinade and that it sits for about an hour or so it can soak up all the flavors. And next, get a Granny Smith apple and cut it up into tiny pieces. These apple pieces will be added to the cranberry sauce later. So set those aside and pour some whole cranberries into a pot and add water. Set that pot on a stove and let the cranberries start to break down. Now while that's happening, go ahead and chop up some cabbage and carrots. These will also be added to the cranberry sauce later, and they'll add some crunch and texture to it. So after about 15 minutes of the cranberries breaking down the pot, add some apple cider to it. I added a cup of cider to my cranberries. This helps add some sweetness and tartness to the sauce. So once the cranberries break down a little more and it mixes with the cider, go ahead and add in some of the chopped Granny Smith apples and mix them in. Eventually the sauce will thicken and the apples and cranberries will break down even more and look like this. Next, I added in the chopped cabbage and carrots and I mixed it again. Go ahead and turn the stove off and let the sauce sit on the stove for a little bit. While it's sitting, oil a pan and place your tempeh strips on the pan. Simmer them at a low heat and flip them over after about 3 minutes or so, or until they start to sizzle a little. And while the tempeh cooks, prepare your bread. I use Pepperidge Farm's cinnamon raisin bread just because I love the combination of the cinnamon and the raisins with the smokiness of the tempeh and the tartness of the sauce. So toast the bread until the slices are golden brown. Once the bread is done, plop some of that cranberry slaw onto the slice and place some tempeh slices on top, followed by another helping of the cranberry slaw sauce on the other slice. Then smush those slices together, and there you have it, cranberry slaw tempeh sandwich.